Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. Today I'm making, listen to this, I told you I was going to be doing this for you. Steak salad with a carrot ginger vinaigrette. Now before we can even make this, we have to make a seasoned rice vinegar. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's see. Have to go back on my book. All right. I need to hold this page. Let's see, what can I put on this page? I got 2 pages in this cookbook I'm actually going to have to work in. That's why I'm trying to do. All right, you need a 1/2 cup of rice vinegar. I have some here. I'll turn you down so you can watch everything I'm doing. So you want a 1/2 cup. You put so many caps on now because of what happened in the 70s, early 70s. People thought it was cute to put stuff in jars and put stuff in candy and hurt children and all, and poison people and spit into food, and just, it was really bad for a while. So they put so many caps on everything. Okay, that's a 1/2 cup of rice vinegar. Now you're going to add 1/4 of a cup of sugar. Now, when we have measuring spoons, it's 4 tablespoons. Okay, you need a tablespoon of salt. I'm taking my time. I just came in from the yard and I am tired. If you look real close, you can see I've got dirt. And we are going to have to, okay, we're running to find it. Okay, Sandra, did you bring it over here? Where did you put it? Oh, here it is. I'm always looking for my fork. I want you to mix it up, which I'm doing. I guess until the salt and the sugar dissolve. Now, if you're using kosher salt, they said increase the amount to 2 tablespoons. Some people only use kosher salt. That's why it said if you're going to do that, then add 2 tablespoons. Now they want you to continue stirring this, mixing it, whisking it, whatever you're using, until it's all dissolved. That's going to take about 3 minutes. Isn't it nice? Well, while I'm doing this, let's talk about varicose veins, because elderlies get them. Women now are getting them when they have children. I might as well tell you what causes it. Doing a lot of walking holds your muscles tight, right? Vitamin E gives oxygen, but it also sits there and makes the walls pliable. Because if they're stiff, the heart pumps twice as hard. But because they're pliable, when the blood comes down, they can squeeze. Because you do a lot of walking, it'll help push the blood up and around. Now, vitamin C prevents the walls from breaking down. So if you're getting varicose veins, you know you're low in vitamin C, and you're also low in vitamin E and protein, and you're not walking a lot. So keep on stirring. I'm going to stir. So if you're on your legs a lot, and you get the right vitamin E. It's D-alpha-ketopherol spelled with a Y. And vitamin C, make sure it has bioflavonoids in them. You need those because they work with the vitamin C's. These are extra little things that sit on the vitamins in the food. And they don't know everything that they do, but they do know that the body is better with it than without it. So getting synthetic stuff, they don't have this. It's more in a natural form, and it's there. Well, let's see. Did I stir it enough? I'm checking. Almost. There's a little more down there. Ta-da-da-da. So this is going to be called seasoned rice vinegar. And you can use it for other things as well. And they said you can be stored in an airtight container at room temperature for up to 1 week. I'm going to throw mine in the refrigerator. It'll last longer. That's why my refrigerator is always packed. I've got everything in the refrigerator. Let's see. I think it should be at this point. Yes. Yes, yes. All right. Now that we've made our seasoned rice vinegar, now we'll go back to the recipe and we'll go ahead and make this carrot ginger vinaigrette. Now they want 2 carrots peeled and chopped, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I need a bigger knife. This isn't going to do it. This is not going to cut it. Okay. So I told you that there are salads made with fish, fowl, and meat. And this could be a nice packed lunch. Now, what starch am I going to serve with it? Pita breads. I think pita breads, just simply warmed up, will be very nice. I want to try making that cane sugar syrup that I made. I think I'm going to try it in muffins and see how it comes out. I don't know how to do it yet. I might use it in place of honey. I'm thinking about it. I might have the wrong size cutting board. That's okay. See, one thing I have learned through my life is not one thing is going to give you your health. Everybody wants something easy, and nobody wants to cut the way of life or the way they eat. And I know people would say, oh, I would love for you to be cooking for me. And as soon as you start cooking for people, the first thing they do is they start telling you, now I want you to cook and make my mother's dish this way and that way. And then next thing you know, all the nutrition and everything you put in goes back out the door. And my husband knew I was extremely sensitive when it came into the kitchen, so he was very, very careful. The biggest thing he complained about was the kelp. So I had to learn to manipulate the kelp. All right, I'll vacuum tomorrow. I'll clean the floors again. I couldn't understand why my father didn't like neighbors. And now I know why. They're busybodies. They want things done their way. and they interrupt people. And they tell you to do this and do that. This is where the Bible says, if you don't want problems, mind your own business. But nobody wants to listen. You must know I have the smallest group of friends. I really do. One girlfriend is very angry with me. She doesn't want to talk to me, text me, or anything. She blocks me, and then she'll get over her anger and she'll come back. She does that because I don't agree with her. But when you have friends, you have to realize they have opinions and they think for themselves. But everybody likes telling everybody what to do. Look at the government. We have governor and mayor that are hard up for money. So they'll sit there and tax you for every little thing they can find. Because of the problems people have caused, they'll tax you if you don't separate your trash now. They will penalize you for this if you don't do this. They penalize you for this. And that's minding everyone's business. Which I don't go along with. If somebody wants, you know, to know me, that's fine. Whenever you talk to somebody, remember, they're not going to think like you. They have their own opinions. If you asked me who was a Democrat or a Republican with my parents, I couldn't tell you because I don't know. They never talked about it. And they never talked to each other. I'm sure my mother would whip my father's tail if he crossed her on it. They never talked politics. But when I think about how they thought and they acted, there was a good chance I think my mother was a Democrat and my father was a Republican. I could be very wrong. Don't you think this is chopped fine enough? I think it is. I'm sure you heard that. I dropped it. All right. They want 1/4 of a cup of seasoned vinegar. 1/4 of a cup. Okay. Yeah, it's all dissolved, so that's 4 tablespoons. See, I'll put this on the side and get something else. It does have a unique taste. Okay, 2 tablespoons of cold water. Be right back. One teaspoon of toasted sesame seed oil. Okay. We need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And they want 1/4 of a cup of vegetable oil. Now I'm using saffron because the sesame seed oil I want to stand out, so I'm going to sit there and use a lighter oil. Sunflower oil is a light one. So think of a light one corn oil is too, but I think safflower oil will be nice. 4 tablespoons, Sandra. This, I did this, I did this. And we added the salt. Now we need a 1-inch piece of ginger. You know what, I'm not going to have much of this left anyway, so I'll just use this whole piece. They want you to use a whole inch. It's 1.5 inch piece of ginger, peeled and chopped coarsely. Okay. I'm good. I haven't even gotten the book wet yet. I don't know how I did that. Now they want this coarsely chopped. Put it in your vinaigrette. This is why it's called carrot ginger vinaigrette. This has got to be good. Believe it or not, that is mild, but it has a nice taste to it. Now we'll start putting the salad together, and we'll do the steak last. So let me get the stuff out for the salad, and I'll be back. Okay, they want romaine hearts, 3 of them, which is 18 ounces. which I have right here. You're going to need a big salad bowl, or a big bowl to put them in. I'm going to need a bigger bowl. Hold on. Okay, I got it. What do they want me to do with this? Quarter it and slice thin. Okay. I'll leave that on. I don't know how thin they want these things. I really should have pulled out my big cutting board. It's on top of the refrigerator. I told you I don't have any room in here. The ice cream maker has to go into the sewing room. Well, I call it my computer room right now. I just don't have any room in here. Now you can half this and you can single this up if you just want for one person. It's not that you have to make this large amount like I'm making. So don't say, well, it's only me or just my husband and I don't have, I can't make it. You can just make a smaller amount. I always tell everybody, you can cut a recipe down. Okay. And this would be nice for a picnic as well. Or if you're grilling outside and you want to eat outside, make the salad, have your dressing ready, and grill the skirt steak, which is going to take very little time. Wait till you see how fast it goes. Some lettuces, leaves are giving me some problems. The white part of this is chlorophyll, which your body needs. I used to eat it. My mother would say put it in the trash and I would eat it. She said, "You like that?" I said, "Yes, I do." Okay, now what? Okay. All right, you need half of an English cucumber. Now you say, why can't we use the American cucumbers? It's because the American cucumber has too much water in it and it will water this whole dish down. So you need the English cucumber, which is drier. So you're gonna buy a big one and it'll be wrapped, it's saran wrapped like this, and as you can see, it's a very large cucumber, so you just cut it in half. And this is what we're gonna be using. Cut it lengthways. You see, it's much drier than the other ones. All right, how do you want me to do this? Sliced thin. That's why I brought the other knife out. Okay, they want it thin. How many of you are doing a garden this year, or am I the crazy one out there? You should see it. The gopher is out there digging holes. He can't find any food because what he's looking for is, I used to bury my compost and he left holes and dug the roots up. So I said this year I wouldn't put my compost into the garden or bury my peelings and stuff. I'll give it into the trash. He can't find it. Oh, he seems a bit on the angry side. But when he quits digging holes, I can go back. I'm putting all of this in the salad bowl right there. Come on, I don't want to start chopping you up. See, you can make the salad ahead of time, the dressing a whole day ahead of the time. Now what you have to do is the skirt. Okay, now what do you want? They want 4 radishes, thinly sliced. I'm sure the mandolin would do a much better job than me. But all of this is so small, I don't want to cut my fingers with the mandolin. Put this in your salad as well. It's funny, some of you say, if you don't see every step I do, you sit there and say, you're not showing us the steps. And yet when I do the videos are long because I'm showing you everything that's being done. If I cut it short, some of you get upset. So it's dang if I do and dang if I don't. Well, that's as thin as that will go. I can't go any thinner. That's 2. Oh yeah, I'm coming close to cutting my finger on that one. But we haven't finished putting this together. And look how big the salad is already. Like I said, excellent picnic. Right there, and all you have to do is a skirt steak. It's just a way of getting away from just having hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff like that. You can make other things and have just as interesting a dish. All right, we're not done yet. 2 carrots, peeled and cut into 2-inch matchsticks. That might not be 2 inches, but it'll have to do. Okay. This one's going to be a little off. Well, I can't help that. That's just the way the carrots are cut. Well, not cut, actually grown, my mistake. Should try to cut it. Read, see where we're at now. Okay. We're going to leave this. This is all we're putting in here for now, all right? So I'm going to put that to the side. You have the pizza breads to the side. You have the vinaigrette on the side here. Let me get this stuff ready with the steak. Okay, you need 1.5 pounds of skirt steak, and that's literally what it's called. I'm not making fun of, but 1.5 pounds is going to feed 4 people. Well, it's going to feed 3 in this house. They want you to rinse it and pat it dry. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to need this board too. Not putting the book over there because I know I'll mess it up. Well, I don't have it. They want a 12-inch nose stick. I don't have a 12-inch nose stick. I have a much bigger one, so I am going to use it. Let me go get it. Okay, in your nose stick, they want 1 tablespoon of oil in it. Because it's a nose stick, before you put heat on it, you have to get oil in it and grease it on that inside. And I patted these dry. I patted the steaks dry. I have to salt and pepper them now. Just in case I have to check to see if there's any amount they want me to use. They want a half a teaspoon of table salt, which is iodized salt. It's gonna make me measure everything out. And you're going to need 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper, and we're going to salt and pepper these. They're very careful that they don't want you to over salt them. I tell you, if you want to get a workout, work in the yard. That tires me out. I finally found a place where I can grow ground vegetables. I've been working in this yard trying to get it together for me. So I'll have a section for the greens on top and a one down the bottom. I'm going to sprinkle them. Now you know we're going to put fat side down first, right? You remember? This is only going to be like 2 minutes of cooking on each side, so it's going to go very, very fast. Let's see, they want me to go with the grain or across the grain. All right, turn your flame on. We got to get that pan hot. Where is, oh, put it here. Not there, here. This is going to cook approximately 2 minutes, if that long. They recommend having this medium rare, so it's going to be rare. But we are going to cook it when the pan gets hot, really hot. Put them in, and when we cut them, we're going to go with the grain, not against it. And let me explain. The grain is going this way. You're going to cut in the same direction of the grain. Cross grain is when you go opposite it. You can see it on the meat. It's not hard to see. Then we have to rest it. That's why I got the cutting board out here, so I can rest them on the cutting board. Now I'm going to have to leave you back here to keep you from being knocked over. And there's my pan. I have a tablespoon of oil in it. If you have more than 2 slices, or you have to make a second batch, add another tablespoon of oil before you put them in, make sure your pan is very hot because you want to sear it. And as you can see, there's a little bit of fat on the back, so that's where we're going to lay it down first. So if you want to clock this, you can, but this meat, if you overcook it, it's going to be very tough. That's why it's very important you don't overcook it. So this is actually going to be a sear and nothing else. This one seems a little thicker. I might leave it a little longer, just a little. See, the grains are going this way. This is how we're going to cut it in slices like that. You can see the grains right here. You're going to be cutting it this way. actually going to be eating this at a medium rare. See how that browned nicely? That's what you want. See? I just wanted to show you. So I'll show you when I get done frying the other one up, okay? So I'll be back. Now the reason you're going to let the meat sit for 5 minutes is to give it time for those juices to settle down, so when you cut it you don't lose all the juice and then your meat's dry. This is why they always say let it set. In France, when they do a turkey, they let it sit for hours while they prepare everything else because they don't want that turkey to be dry. So the same thing goes with any cut of meat. Let it sit so that when you cut it, the fluids don't run out and you lose all that beautiful flavor. Oh. Okay, the steaks are done. There they are. I'm going to move them to the side so we can get the salad finished now. I'm sorry, I had to get something. I want you to add a ½ cup of this vinaigrette that you just did, and they want you to toss this salad. I'm going to use my hands, I'm sorry. That's me. What are we going to do with the rest of the vinaigrette? We're going to put it on the table for everybody who wants a little bit more. Doesn't the salad look nice? Sometimes your hands are better than anything. Some of you might want to add more salt. This on the table. Now the pita breads I would warm up. Now the salad is ready to be served. There's not a lot of dressing on it, just enough to give it a coat, and then you can add the rest. I just think this is really a nice salad. Okay, let's get the meat going. This is on the carbon, I know it's not. I know, you're not supposed to use your fingers, but I'm going to. I'm going with the grain. And they're thin slices, okay? See? I would definitely add more salt. Now this is what you call medium rare, you see? It's done very nicely. Warm some pita bread up with this, and you've got a lovely meal. Plenty of protein, you got your vegetables, you got so much going. I would think a lovely what kind of drink would go with this? Well, it's beef. It would say a Merlot, but I think a rosé would be better with this. I think beer would be too much to go with this one. I'll show you how it's set up. I'm thinking patio water would go nice with this. You know, there's where I'm going with thought. And here's the dish. This is how you serve it. I'm going to cut mine out and go eat. So you take care. Bye-bye.